Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Daphne Thomas. I have the privilege of serving as a communications director for Representative Justin J. Pearson. Thank you all so much for coming out this afternoon and bearing the heat for this important message. We're going to be really quick. We're going to have a quick prayer first by Reverend Gordon Myers, and then we're going to let you hear from a couple of residents who live very near the facility and have been impacted by the pollution that it emits. And then we're going to have our elected officials come and give you their impressions of the tour today, and then we'll answer your questions. Reverend Myers.
We are gathered in the presence of the one who has gifted us with life, endowed us with the ability to discern and respect the Creator's handiwork in everything, and the Creator's purpose and presence in everyone, making it possible for us to celebrate with joy that we are woven into the tapestry of creation. Today we ask that the Creator give us courage, strength, and wisdom to be partners and co-conspirators, stewards, and caretakers for the world, so that the water, the air, the fruits of creation, upon which all our lives depend, may be sustained, protected, and accessible to all. And may the people of the Creator's creation say, Amen.
South Memphis, born and raised. So something I didn't realize was how bad things had gotten in Memphis because I didn't go away to college. And when I came back home, it just showed me how bad things were. And I've just been suffering every day since XAI has been here. I've been struggling to breathe. I've been waking up, losing sleep from this, and it's not okay. I don't deserve to go through this. My family doesn't deserve it. And it's scary. Not being able to breathe is scary, and it's scary because breathing is the fundamental thing that you have to do in order to survive. And when I'm not able to do that, I don't know what to think. I panic. I don't deserve to go through this, nor does my family, nor does my sisters, nor does my mom. And this has been a long-going issue for so long. My grandmother literally passed away at 21 years old from an asthma attack in Memphis, from the pollution. My great-granny was warned by doctors that she should probably move from Memphis due to the air quality. Look what happened. Now, years later, I'm going through the exact same thing that my grandmother went through, and that's not okay at all. We all deserve to live a long and healthy life. We shouldn't be going through this at all. So when we talk about what XAI is doing in Memphis, I think we should be talking about the people like me that's affected.
That's right.
How long we've been affected. And this next generation in Memphis don't deserve to go through this. They don't deserve to go through this at all. We deserve better. And the last thing that I want to say is it worth it? Is our lives worth it? At what cost should we have to continue to suffer? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Gladney, and I am a resident of the Boshtown community in the Southwest Memphis community. And I have lived in this community for over 20 years. And now we are constantly facing the fight to breathe clean air, the fight for our clean water. And I feel that it is a given right for you to be able to get up and breathe, walk down the street, breathe clean air, and be free of pollution. And so as we move into the next generation, our children are at risk. Our children run and play, and they can't even play freely because they got to breathe pollution, nitrogen oxide in the air. And it is our right to protest. It is our right to fight for life. I fight for life. And I have been diagnosed with sarcoidosis in previous years, and I fight just to live. I fight to breathe clean air. People are dying of cancer in this community. They won't maybe not say anything, but I am here today to speak to you because we, the people, deserve to breathe clean air.
Great job, Lindsay. Great job. Great job.
Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, representing the Massachusetts 7th. Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, representing the Massachusetts 7th Congressional District. I'm here in solidarity with this movement against environmental racism and in support of the candidacy of Justin Pearson for Tennessee's 9th. We need his leadership in this moment. He has been a leader for our frontline communities, for our most vulnerable when it comes to the issue of environmental racism, and I'm here because our destinies are tied from Massachusetts to Memphis.
That's right.
And although Boston is a city that I call home, I was raised in the city of Chicago, and much of my family is from Mississippi and Alabama. And I used to spend my summers down south. And there would be an overwhelming hum when I would be in my great-grandmother, Mama Liza, that's what we called her, backyard. But that hum was cicadas. And the hum of cicadas in the South is now being replaced with the haunting hum of these AI data centers, of refineries. I'm here because our destinies are tied, because this is a matter of human rights. We all deserve to have breathable air, to have drinkable water, to have a quality of life where we can actually dare to dream of a future. Some of the incredible neighbors and siblings in this movement that I've been able to meet, talk about what they have endured, what they have tolerated. They should not have to. Simply because of the greed of corporations and the callousness of polluters who are prioritizing profit over people.
Yeah.
So I'm here in solidarity because our destinies are tied, because this is a matter of human rights, of healthcare justice, of environmental justice, of racial justice. And Keyshawn said it so well that the people who mean us harm are all working together.
Yeah.
And so those being harmed must all work together. And finally, as someone, again, who spent my summers down south with a praying great-grandmother, and spent a lot of time in vacation Bible school, I certainly do believe in the power of prayer. But there is an adage: when you pray, move your feet.
Yeah, come on.
When you pray, move your feet. And we will continue moving our feet until every person has those human rights to breathable air, drinkable water, and a quality of life where they are safe and where they can dare to dream.
Hello, my name is Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, and I'm just here to uplift so much of the leadership that is happening here in Memphis, so much of the organizing and folks in communities that are starting to put the pieces together. Because as we started to speak to people here in Memphis, I started to hear things over and over again about what they are dealing with down the street from this data center. COPD, asthma, lung cancer. And we also know from facilities like these that the problems don't end there. We have to have the courage to stand up against projects that hurt people.
That's right. That's right.
And unfortunately, for reasons that I know boggle many of our minds here as everyday Americans, there are far too few people in positions of power that are willing to tell the truth about what is happening.
That's right.
These are making people sick. And it shouldn't matter where you come from or who you are or even what party you ascribe to. Our responsibility is to protect the people we've been elected to serve. And that ultimately is what this is about. I am proud to stand with Justin Pearson as he seeks to protect the people of Memphis and as he seeks to protect all the communities surrounding this city from the harm that is imposed from hidden pollution, hidden radiation, hidden water supplies being compromised. And as we fight to make sure that we also expand health care to everyone in this city.
That's right. That's right.
So I thank you all so much, and I thank again the organizers and the champions that are part of making this happen. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Representative Justin J. Pearson. I have the honor and privilege of representing District 86 in the Tennessee House of Representatives, and I'm a candidate for the United States Congress, District 9. And I just want to thank these amazing Congresswomen for being here with us. And I want to thank our amazing community, Raquel Miller, Sarah Gladney, and my big brother, Keyshawn Pearson, as well. And to Sarah Houston, Protect Our Aquifer, for taking us on a toxic tour this morning with Young, Gifted, and Green CEO Latricia Adams as well. We are in a critical moment in our country where our natural resources are being exploited for the benefit of billionaires to make $1 more billion. Right here in Memphis, we have seen XAI destroy our community with thousands of tons of nitrogen oxides and formaldehyde, and we are seeing an increase in the amount of children going to the emergency room, the amount of people who have cancer, and we have research now from Harvard professors that dozens of people are going to die prematurely due to not just one, not just two, but 3 plants that are operating by Elon Musk, Anthropic, and we have a responsibility to do everything that we can to protect human lives first. And so it is so important that we do build solidarity across this country as we ask for and demand a moratorium on data centers from the Memphis City Council all the way to the United States Congress. It is so important that we continue to realize that they're taking our water, fresh drinking water, to cool data centers that are intended to replace our jobs. Right? That's the level of disruption, the level of pain that they are willing to cause us. And it is the billionaire class versus working class people who are suffering with these in places like Boxtown, in Westwood, in Lewisburg, and across our state and across our country. And we all can do something. And it's the responsibility, particularly of elected officials, to stand up in this moment in time. As we were seeing, Republicans, Democrats, or independents fighting data centers because we understand the consequences of them and the benefits only being the people at the top. I'm so grateful for you all being here. We won't keep you out of the heat too long. What questions do you have for us? Go ahead, Justin. Absolutely, and Latricia Adams has been doing some really good work with the people in Nashville. You have to fight, and you need to pass legislation now. I think the work that they are doing at the city council level, that their mayor is seeking to do, is what our mayor should have done and failed to do. And we were talking about this earlier, but the failure of democratic institutions is why we are seeing the proliferation of polluters in our communities. And that's not as lowercase d, right? That's our mayors, that's our health departments, that's the EPA failing to actually protect our communities, which is the job. And so to the people in Nashville, continue to fight, pass that legislation, and protect your people, protect the communities. But it is sad to see they wanted to protect animals in Nashville more than people in our country want to protect human beings. Like, that is deeply problematic. And the administration is doing everything that they can to make it easier for them to exploit us. So we have to fight hard now. Yeah.
To be honest, it was a lot worse than what I was expecting. You know, just up the street, we stopped at an intersection, and I was shocked to see a public wastewater plant, a data center wastewater plant, a coal ash plant, and a fossil fuel plant all across the street from one another. all within eye line. And when all of that is focused in just such a small area, it is no wonder why so many people around are getting sick. And not only is there what's already there, my understanding is that there's a proposal to bring in several more methane turbines and plants to come in on top of the cluster of what's already here. And we cannot allow the people of Memphis to be treated as expendable and as a dump, because everybody deserves the dignity of health and to be treated with respect.
Absolutely. And I would say representing the Massachusetts 7th, which is an incredible district that I have the honor of representing, but it's one of the most unequal in the country. And so being here was a devastating and sobering confirmation, again, that our destinies are tied from Massachusetts to Memphis, but that these are all choices. You know, these conditions are manufactured. They are intentional choices. And the fact that the ties that bind so many here, other than their pride in calling Memphis home, are those shared experiences of those health disparities, again, which is very similar to my own district, where a 3-mile radius from Cambridge, home to MIT and Harvard, and Roxbury, the blackest part of my district, life expectancy drops by 30 years. We have some of the highest rates of asthma and black infant mortality. And so, but the other thing is, as devastating as it has been to bear witness to these intentional policy choices and this manufactured harm, it has also been an inspiring sightline into what is possible when working people come together. Rural, urban, faith-based, advocates, activists, agitators, because there have been victories. Victories initiated and led, strategized, and made possible because of the sweat equity of the people here today. And so that's also what I am taking back, is what we can learn from the victories that have been won.
You have questions? Go ahead, Catherine. Yeah. 6 years. Yeah, look, the reality is, with the privilege and opportunity to serve in Congress, we get to continue to elevate, what's that? Oh, yeah, more pollution. Look, the reality is, we are and know that we can use our platforms, as these Congresswomen and Congresswoman Summer Lee are doing, to elevate the fights in our communities and across our country, to show the unity, to build the plan, and to build people power to resist what we know are institutionalized forms of white supremacy, oppression, and a capitalistic exploitation that's deeply rooted in the plantation economics of our country. Because it's also, right, not a coincidence that this used to be a plantation in the Inslee Bottoms, and now it is filled with plants that are killing the descendants of enslaved people. In Congress, our job is to fight and advocate for policies like banning the moratorium nationally, but it's also not just to stop there. It's to join communities, to lock arms in communities, to say, well, if they won't pass the law now, at minimum what we can do is elevate the fights of people like Sarah Gladney, elevate the voices of people like Raquel Miller. Like, that's also part of the job, and it's a more expansive understanding of what democracy looks like. This is doing elected officialing well, and that's what we deserve to have all across our country, which we currently do not. But the reason that I still have hope and faith in our ability to defeat organizations and companies like Elon Musk isn't because of me or because we've been doing this for 6 years. It's because this community is strong. And this community is stronger today, 6 years later, than it was 6 years ago. And it will be even stronger 6 years from now. And it isn't relying on me. My brother leads MCAP, Tricia leads Young, Gifted, and Green, Sarah leads Protect Our Aquifer, and I just get to use the position that I have as an elected official and as a candidate to elevate the fight, because it's always about our community being stronger, never about just an individual.
And we need more people to come. whether you're talking about voting rights or environmental racism, this is not a fight for the poor, the disenfranchised, and people of color, working people, to take up alone. This is not just for the South to fight alone. That's why we're here, representing Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts, and we need others to come.
That's right. Latricia, say something. Hold on 1 second. Let me have Latricia say something.
All right. Thank you so much, Representative and future Congressman Justin J. Pearson. This work is very personal for many of us. Going around this toxic tour that we took earlier today, it is my duty as a descendant, as a child of South Memphis, to ensure that the communities that my parents were subjected to. It's a problem that they grew up right across the street from a Valero refinery, that my mother, who attended, used to be Riverside Elementary School, that's literally just minutes away from MLK, lost his life. But there's literally a MLK Park right beside a refinery. We need transformation, not just in Memphis and Shelby County, but in the nation. We are in a point of reckoning in this country. We are literally in what I like to call the Industrial Revolution 2.0. What side of history do we want to be on? I know that with the leadership of my representative, Justin J. Pearson, all of the leaders like from Protect Our Aquifer, of course with Keyshawn leading Memphis Community Against Pollution, we are a microcosm of a macrocosm of fighters in this country. We have fight from our ancestry, and we will win, because what you say, Justin? When we fight, we win. Thank you.
Yeah, you did so good. Go ahead.
Listen, we're not here just to talk about what's going on. This is a call to action. This is a call to action. This is a request for everybody across the country, from the north to the northwest, all the way to California. We need your help to protect the South. We need your help to elect Representative Justin J. Pearson to Congress. We need your help because what is happening in Memphis is slated to happen everywhere. This is not an experiment that is going to be conditioned only for us. It will not be isolated to our community. And what we are seeing all across the South is they are replicating and copying and pasting Elon Musk's playbook, which is just the old big oil playbook. So we've seen this before. It's an open book test. What we know that we have to do is come together like they do. They meet in back rooms and back doors. We meet outside in the light because we ain't got nothing to be afraid of or nothing to fear. This is a call to action to everyone to stand up, continue to stand together from Memphis all the way to Boston, Massachusetts. We are all in this together.
Very good. Great job. Go ahead, Justin. Absolutely. A new study came out that Tennessee is ranked 50th out of 50 in quality of life, but our lack of investment in health care is one of those reasons. 300,000 people don't currently have access to health care. We provide the least amount of resources for public education. We're actually 51st after D.C. Is included to make sure like our resources aren't going to people. And if you don't invest in people, the status quo that you get is the one that benefits billionaires and multimillionaires like Bill Lee, and it hurts the rest of us. And so it's harder to have a family here. It's almost impossible to own a home. Those are the things that help people to be able to see this place as an investment to be able to build their lives, and that's not currently possible. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you tonight.